Okay, this is another PSA for all dancers. These are not fouettés, but these are fouettés. And let me explain why. First things first, we talked about this in the last video. This is not a releve, but this is a releve, and this is not a straight knee. That's a straight knee. You have to be up on a nice, important, pulled up leg. You know how many competitions and I see kids do these fouettés that look like this, and the audience goes crazy, 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 and I'm like, I say to them, like, those are not fouettés, those are simply spins. Nice high releve, straight leg, always, period. Working your way up the body to the hips. I always tell my students, picture your hips like a full bowl of water. If you tuck, lift the hips, or stick your tailbone out, the water would spill, and we don't want that. The hips have to remain nice and even. Now that brings us to our leg that's doing the fouetté. All a fouetté is a rond de jambe en l'air at the bar, right? So what we want to do, make sure we have a nice, high, beautiful passe. Take the leg to the front, nice and turn out. Then I'm going to hop, but we bring it to the side, and it has to be nice and turned out. I always recommend this leg to the side being slightly below 90, like 80, 85 degrees, because if it is at 90 and you bring it in, the passe is too high. Take it a little lower and make sure it's on a nice, even plane throughout the entire fouetté sequence. Imagine we have a corset on, not tucking the ribs, but knitting the ribs together, nice and close, but the chest nice and open. Imagine you have a nice, beautiful necklace on, you're keeping a nice, beautiful open chest. And arms, oh my goodness, the amount of arms I see literally all the way behind us is not good. You have to always think arms in front of you. I always tell my students, think that the opposite arm of the leg that's fouetting is going to the diagonal on that écarté line, because if you think going to the diagonal, your arms are really gonna go to the side, because if you think side, it's gonna end up back here and it's not gonna be good. One of my biggest tips in fouettés also is to make sure that you bring that opposite side around. Feel like someone's throwing that arm in, because there's a difference between leaving that side back and bringing it around each and every time. Just like that. And lastly, as all dancers know, what's the most important thing of a turn? I mean, yes, it's all important, but the most important thing is to spot. Use your eyes. I see so many kids go like this. And I'm not exaggerating. As long as you're looking above or on your eye line, that's all that matters, but you have to spot, you have to whip that head around. And I always give this exercise to really make sure that we're spotting nice. See, I spotted so much my hair flew out. But dancers, please, please, please use all of these tips, and I promise it'll help you, period.